round 3, I was able to pull off a draw in a game that I played like absolute crap, okay? Well, I'm not going to say I play like absolute crap. That sounds a little harsh. But in this game, I do not play a very good game. I don't play the most accurate game. I don't find great move after great move. If you guys watched round 2, which is this game right here, guys, this is must-see TV. I believe that game just took so much out of me that by round 3, guys, I was just, I had it, but I didn't have it. Round 2 took so much brain power from me that round 3, I just made some moves that, again, just were not typical of me. Let's have a look at the game. I was able to pull off the draw, but this is not the most beautiful game that I've ever played. This is not the most beautiful game played by me, right? So my opponent starts out with the move E4. I get into a Carl Con here. Now let me just say, I played this guy back in 2025, and when we played last time, he played the advanced variation against me, and he actually lost. So I could see that he changed his strategy here. He played a different line in the Carl Con. He lost very badly playing the advanced. So in this game, he went for this classical line. I took, bishop came out. I dropped my bishop back. His knight came out. As you guys can see, we're just in book moves. My knight comes to d7. He puts his knight there. My queen caused that check. He plays c3. I play knight f6. He takes, I take. He puts his bishop out there. I play the move e6. Queen there. Knight there. This is not a great move. Play a bit too early. I still have other things to do, such as development and castling. So knight to d5 just was not a great move in this position. He plays the move bishop there. I get castle. His knight walks in. My knight comes over there. He takes, I take. Queen there. Then I play the move f5. So 5, so great. This is I'm really happy with this position at the opening. I made some inaccuracies, didn't do all the best moves, but I'm pretty happy with this position at this point. And I am pretty much ready to go. Like, as you can see, the eval bar is pretty even. So I knew we had an even position. I wasn't unhappy or anything with this particular position, but just watch how it unfolds. I didn't play the most accurate moves. He plays that move, queen to e2, not the best, right? I develop my bishop. He plays the move g3. I bring my rook over. Just not a great move. My idea, I wanted to get this move e5 off. Right, and then my coach, with his genius self, just made it clear to me, you didn't have to make that move to get e5 off. You just play e5 now. Because after takes, bishop takes, his queen can't take. Because then he'll lose his queen. So that's the thing. Like, I brought my rook to e8, and my coach, his brilliancy, he just pointed out to me why rook to e8 was just not the best move. And I'm just like, I wanted to get e5 off. And he's just like, you could play e5 this right now. You can play it right now. You don't need rook to e8 to play it. And I'm like, but I'm losing on this square. But the thing is that after e5, he takes, bishop takes, and I dare his queen to take. Because now I play rook to e8, and guess what? You lose your queen. So I could have played it a move earlier. I didn't have to bring the rook over first. Anyways, so yeah, rook at d to e8, not the best move. My opponent plays that move there, and I'm just like, whoa, now I'm really happy with the position, right? As you can see, black is clearly better. I'm like, when he did that, I did one of those. Like, whoa. Like, now I'm super happy. Like, okay, I should be able to close this out. And, I just don't play good chess, guys. I make a move like this. Not that queen, not that that's terrible, but that's not the terrible move I'm referring to. He brings his queen over. And, of course, guys, we got some inaccuracies, right? We're humans. This is the computer telling us our inaccuracies. I played a move f6, for example. Like, that's just a terrible move. Such a bad move for so many reasons. And then he gets castle long, and I move my king over. Then he plays that move, and then I play the move c5. Now I want to break in the center. When it's like, you could have been broken the center. And at this point, when he made this point, I said, I think I missed some opportunity. I remember sitting there in the game like, I think I missed some opportunity. I just felt that, I remember thinking to myself at this very position, like, I missed some opportunities there. Like, I missed some opportunities and I made some mistakes. At this point, I knew I made some mistakes. Okay, so he played, and I had some missed opportunities. So he plays the move rook to e1. I play the move c5. His bishop takes. I take the pawn. He takes my rook. I take his rook, and then he goes up a pawn here. At first glance, I wasn't upset that he went up. I mean, I know that this isn't great that he went up a pawn, but I'm still pretty confident that I could do something about it with this position. But the fact of the matter is, guys, I was just never able to regain full control over the position. He played that move, rook to f1. Yeah, so he went up a pawn here. I wasn't like, I didn't think it was the end of the world, I still felt like by some of his moves, I knew for a fact like I would play him. But unfortunately, guys, this game, I just was never able to fully regain absolute control of the position. But on the bright side, as you guys can see, I am down a pawn, okay, and I was able to get a draw from this game. This game did end in a draw, so I am definitely happy that even though, I obviously had some opportunities to win out the opening, but I'm definitely happy that I at least was able to get a draw out this game, because after he went up the pawn, I was just never fully able to regain absolute control over the position, and it ended up being something like where he just got greedy, right? He just kind of said a check, I ran, he took, okay, and it just got a bit crazy. It did end the draw, and I was happy that I was able to get a draw, because I did have some inaccuracies out the opening. I had some inaccuracies and some missed opportunities out of the opening. I went down a pawn, and I was never able to fully regain control of the position. So it ended in a draw, and he was higher rated than me, much higher rated than me, about 200 points. No, at the time, 300 points. I went into this tournament at 1210. He went into the tournament at 1500, so I was able to get a draw from this game. I think I played better in the opening, and I think if I didn't miss those opportunities and those less inaccuracies, I think I would have been able to outplay him and win, because even in this position with him up a pawn, and look at my pawn structure versus his, and I was still able to draw it. So I do believe if I would have made a few less mistakes, I could have closed this game out. But nevertheless, higher rated player, and I was at least happy to draw the game with, bishop to b6. And then we just get into a game here. And I was able to draw this game, and that worked out for me in the end, because I did in this tournament plus 86 ELO, guys. Yay! If you missed round 1 or if you missed round 2, you need to check it out. Round 1, I had a 1700 running for his life. Round 2, I went into a position where out the opening, where I purposely wanted an imbalance, but I didn't want to be like in such a hard position to fight back from like I was in round 2. So guys, check out round 2 and just see how I kind of fought from a down position, and I clawed my way back into that game and was able to close it out from a purposely imbalanced position. And I really had a lot of fun that game. But I do think as a result of playing like that in round 2, like purposely imbalancing the game and putting myself in a worse off position, I think because of the early f3, even though I won that game, it took so much energy and so much effort out of me to win round 2 that in this game, round 3, I think that's what caused, I put myself in a situation where I needed so much more energy to win that I didn't have to if I just played correctly and more sound. But I had fun, Round 2, I clearly wanted to have fun, and I did. But I think if I just would have played the game a little bit more sound, it wouldn't have took so much energy out of me, because by this game, I just had some inaccuracies and some misses, and I think that round 2, I think that was a result of I had to use everything in my bag in round 2, everything, because my king was such in a worse off spot. Check it out, and you guys will know exactly what I mean if you haven't already, and if you have, you already know what I mean. By game 3, it's like, whoo, it was just like, I think that mentally I was a little bit more, it was just such a hard-fought game. I had to really, really claw myself out of a lost position for no other reason than my own. An early f3 for what? Like, I didn't have to play that at all. So this is round 3, guys, and I'm glad that I was at least able to draw it against a higher rated player. I left this tournament at 1296, so we are closer to 1500, and we'll probably reach it a lot sooner than later. Okay, guys, thank you so much for taking a look at this game with me, and I will see you in the next video.